Now, others in support of the bill.
Daniel Savino, Association of Regional Center Agencies, also in support.
Thank you.
Mindy Luby, mother of a dyslexic child, in support.
Kay Rice, Redding, California, 40 years in education as a teacher and administrator, in support.
Jennifer Tanner, I'm from Carlsbad. These are my children. We all three are dyslexic, and we support this bill. Thank you.
Thank you.
Stacy Cavaglieri from San Diego. I'm dyslexic. My 2 children are dyslexic, and we support this bill.
Thank you.
My name is Tanya Murray. I'm from Carlsbad, California. I have a dyslexic son and a daughter who is going to kindergarten showing signs of dyslexia, and I strongly support this bill.
Leah Dara, California State PTA, in support.
Thank you.
My name is Gretchen Walthausen. I'm a kindergarten teacher in Campbell, California, and I live in SoCal. My daughter's dyslexic, and I 100% fully, with my whole heart, support this bill.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Cecilia Walthausen. I'm a dyslexic student, and I live in Santa Cruz, California, and I'm in support.
Hi, my name is Michelle Perry. I'm from San Diego, California, and I support this bill.
I'm Ava Perry, and I support this bill.
Hi, my name is Morgan Perry, and I'm in support of this bill.
Good morning. I'm Deborah Marcus Camillus, parent of a dyslexic whom has entered 9th grade at 1st grade reading level.
My name is Kate Halfon from Martinez, California, and I support this bill.
My name is Nick Halfon from Martinez, California, and I support this bill.
My name is Amanda Salkach from Pleasant Hill. I'm a teacher and the mother of a dyslexic child, and I support this bill.
My name is Aiden Roberson, and I'm a 6th grader in Bakersfield, California. My brother has dyslexia, and I'm in support.
My name is Ryan Roberson. I'm a 7th grade student with dyslexia, in support.
Bobby Roberson, Bakersfield, California. My son has dyslexia, in support.
Heather Helfer from Alamo. My daughter is dyslexic. Please support this bill.
My name is Tina Sidlow from San Jose. I'm dyslexic, and my 3 children are dyslexic, and I support this bill.
I'm Megan Sidlow. I support this bill. I'm Tyler Sidlow, and I support this bill.
Hi, my name is Irene, and I'm from Upland. This is my daughter, Cambria. She's dyslexic, as well as my husband, and I support AB 1369.
Robin Dieter, Windsor, California, reading tutor and grandmother of a dyslexic child.
Hi, my name is Isabella Perez, and I am a dyslexic student.
I'm Jenny Perez, mother of Isabella, and I support this bill.
Nancy Redding, on behalf of International Dyslexia Association and all of the children I've taught in the 44 years that I've worked with students with dyslexia, I am very much in support of this bill.
Hi, Julie Mills from Oakland, California, and mother of a dyslexic student who was never recognized with the dyslexia and now is spending next year, before he goes to college, he's graduated high school and getting a year of intensive tutoring so he can catch up.
My name is Alex McSpadden. I'm from Oakland, California, and I support the bill.
My name is Indigo Scott, and I'm in 3rd grade, and I support this bill.
Good morning. My name is Kelly Scott. I'm from Tustin, California, and this is Ginger Ella Scott, and we support this bill.
Hi, my name is Jamie Quintana. I'm a credentialed California teacher. This is my son, Andrew. We're in support of this bill and represent from Bakersfield, California, the families who strongly support this bill.
I'm Suzanne Giller from San Ramon, and my son is dyslexic, and I support this bill.
I'm Cynthia Judkins from Oakland, California, mother of a dyslexic daughter, and I support this bill.
My sister has dyslexia, and I report.
My name is Lisa Granucci. I'm a mother of a daughter with dyslexia, and I support this bill.
My name is Sophia, and I have dyslexia, and I support.
Good morning, Mark Hager from Rancho Cucamonga. I'm here to support my son Adam with dyslexia and Assembly Bill 1369. Thanks, Max, for your testimony.
My name is Adam and I have dyslexia and I support this bill. Hi, my name is Erin and I support this bill.
My name is Lisa Hager and I support this bill.
My name is Sydney and I support this bill.
My name is Lana Boyer and I support this bill.
My name is Martha Bruder and I support the bill.
My name is John Bruder and I support this bill.
My name is Bridget Nevin. I'm from Marin County. I have 3 dyslexic children and a 4th child showing signs of dyslexia. I fully support this bill.
My name is Erin Farber. I'm a California credentialed teacher, and I'm also a dyslexia specialist. I don't have children with dyslexia, but I'm telling you from the trenches, Californians need this bill. Please pass it. Thank you.
My name is Tracy Block-Zaretsky, and I'm from the Dyslexia Training Institute on behalf of all the parents and teachers that contact our organization, and on behalf of my own son, I completely support this bill.
Hi, my name is Hi, my name is Christine Matheny from Aptos, California, and that kiddo you heard testimony from is my son. And although he's been denied FAPE through our public school education, our public school system, he's out there fighting for every dyslexic kid in California, and I ask you to join his fight and support AB 1369.
My name is Toby Meyer, and I'm from Brentwood, California, Jim Frazier's district. Jim, thank you very much. I am the lead legislative member of Decoding Dyslexia and the mother of a dyslexic child, Chase Meyer, and I ask you to support this bill, AB 1369. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Any others in support of the bill? Seeing none, is there opposition to the bill? There you are. Thank you.
Hi. Hello, members of the committee. My name is Anjanette Pelletier, and I'm the Senior SELPA Administrator for San Mateo County SELPA. I'm here as a representative from the SELPA Administrators of California, and on behalf of the 135 special education local plan areas across the state, unfortunately in opposition currently of AB 1369. As lifelong educators, we have dedicated our careers to supporting the needs of struggling learners. We, too, support the rights of all students to become strong learners and readers, and we believe the appropriate time and place to make this happen is early exposure to quality reading instruction, including phonemic awareness, in the general education program for all learners. The SELPA administrators appreciate the intent of the author and the support of so many parents, families, and students. We have reached out to the author's office to see if there are other avenues to address our concerns, but currently our opposition continues. The SELPA administrators oppose this bill as it would mandate unique special education requirements that are out of step with special education best practices and with current recommendations with the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual, which has removed the term dyslexia and uses the educational term specific learning disabilities. Unfortunately, the term dyslexia does not lend itself to diagnostic accuracy nor specificity in identifying areas of reading dysfunction nor targeted interventions. As a licensed educational psychologist and school psychologist for over 15 years, I have completed hundreds of psychoeducational evaluations as part of a multidisciplinary team in identifying specific learning disabilities. We were looking for specific strengths and weaknesses that provided developmentally appropriate and instructionally relevant information that could be utilized to provide evidence-based strategies and targeted interventions for students with specific learning disabilities. We were looking for auditory processing and visual processing, and we did include looking for phonological processing as part of those assessments. This bill does not improve best practices assessments of processing skills included in a standard evaluation by a multidisciplinary team. A quality and thorough psychoeducational evaluation, already covered under Title V regulations and IDEA guidelines, provides for assessment in all areas of suspected disability. It is up to the school psychologist to identify the appropriate areas of processing skills assessed during evaluation, as reading dysfunction can include a broad range of processing challenges, from visual processing, including components of auditory processing, including phonological processing and orthographic skills, and the targeted components of reading and writing foundations. This is more effective and developmentally appropriate than targeting a specific subset of academic functioning, which may leave out fundamental building blocks essential for reading that may be preventing access to learning for so many students. Only calling out phonological processing is in conflict with federal and state regulations, best practices, and may be against the interests of students whose learning dysfunction may be in processing areas not isolated to phonological processing. For these reasons, we must continue to oppose AB 1369, as we believe it is not the best path for all students. I'm happy to answer any questions from the committee.
Thank you very much. Assemblymember Frazier, would you like to address the concerns of the opposition?
We have been working with the opposition since the inception of this bill. Actually, from the start, California Teachers Association had opposed also and come off with their opposition due to our working with them. We'll continue to work with SELPA going forward, but we have to understand that not each child is in a box. They all learn differently. We have to teach how they learn, not how we want them to learn. So we have to recognize that. And what I'm seeing in some of the school districts is they have one psychologist that has to do an immense amount of special ed and is just completely overburdened and can't get to these children. So this is why we're looking at teachers being a part of the process going forward and looking at the ability so that we don't have kids that are getting into their college years without the ability to read properly. This is what we have to do. And if it is this small step now and we can work on this going forward, then we have to start now. But this has been in process for 20 years and nothing has been done. Absolutely nothing's been done. And we have to take it and recognize that we've promised these children an education.
Okay, Dr. Pan.
No, thank you. And so I just had a question for the opposition. So, you know, my background, I'm a general pediatrician, but I did do behavior development training. So done the developmental assessments and so forth. And I think fundamentally what you said in terms of, yes, a child who has challenges with reading, there's many different potential causes for that. But I guess what I don't quite understand from your presentation is that how does this bill conflict with, I mean, I didn't see anything in the bill that says that you can't do an evaluation that also identifies those other issues. And in addition to that, so I mean, I see this bill as being additive, not saying that we're now going to say that they can only fit into one box and therefore everything else is ruled out. You still do a thorough evaluation. And also, I guess, I think that how does this, because you seem to imply that this bill would actually direct people away from best practices or evidence-based practice, and I didn't see that either in this bill. So perhaps you can clarify, was that your intent or was I just misreading what you were saying? So could you please clarify for me?
Our concern is that by adding in a specific subset of assessment to the special education assessment, we are now identifying one of the subsets of auditory processing rather than allowing the school psychologist to, as best practice indicates, to identify the subsets of processing that they should assess. By identifying one, we're now leaving out all of the range of subsets that the school psychologist determines to identify. And so then that would leave open the door for several things. One, necessary potential legislation to then go back and identify all of the potential subsets that the school psychologist should be assessing, because currently, when it lists that the school psychologist should identify the appropriate subsets, now you're identifying appropriate subsets plus this one area. And so now we're going to open up the door for people who want the visual subsets to be identified and other components of auditory subsets to be identified. And we're also opening up the door for potential litigation when a parent wants to have an IEE, an independent educational evaluation, on that one subset to also be requested. So it's not that it's not allowing the school psychologist to do that area of assessment. What we believe is that the current regulations as written the school psychologists already do that subset of assessment when they complete their evaluation. It's already included under auditory processing from our perspective. And so we feel like it's unnecessary to list it as an additional separate called out subset of the assessment. And from our perspective, it's directing the school psychologist to do one particular area of assessment that's already covered under the umbrella of auditory processing. So it's duplicative. You're saying auditory processing and this one particular subset of that auditory processing. And we believe that that will not actually impact the teachers, that's impacting the school psychologists.
I have to admit, I'm looking at the bill itself, and I don't quite read it that way, but so, well, no, I mean, it's so, and I certainly think, you know, I've worked closely with school psychologists, given my field, and I do feel that that's, you know, we do trust their judgment there, but I also want to be sure they have the tools, because my concern is that, and I want to applaud Senator Fraser, is that there does seem to be a bit of a gap, and that's why he's trying to, I think that's what the proponents are trying to address. I don't think we're trying to substitute for the judgment, but clearly, in my experience, because I've seen a lot of these kids, is that that we need to be sure that the special ed team and the psychologists and so forth that they have the tools available and the ability to get the help that the kids don't fall in a crack, in a definitional crack where they can't get the help they need. And I think that's what we're hearing from all the parents who are coming here to support the bill, is that their kids are falling in a crack. And also, I think the other piece, just sort of stepping back as well, is that we know that reading by third grade, I mean, there's a tremendous amount of research shows being able to read at grade level by third grade is critical to graduating from high school later on and later school success, and vast body of research. And so that just underscores how important it is that we catch this condition, dyslexia, reading problems early on, so that we don't have someone who we're trying to now catch up at fourth or fifth, and they're not just falling behind in reading, they're falling behind in everything. So I understand the author, as you know, probably was continuing to work with the special ed community, but I hope that we can, you know, I'm going to support this bill because I think we have a need that needs to take place. I don't think it's going to drive telling psychologists to do something that they're not supposed to do. I want to promote, you know, evidence-based practices around reading. In fact, I think there's actually, unfortunately, because people aren't able to get help, there are others who are actually promoting non-evidence-based approaches, and parents desperately grasp at them because they're not getting the evidence-based help that they need. So I hope we can. I hope we can get to the right place. But I think this is a very important bill in terms of what it's trying to address, and that we can try to. I'm sure the author is going to try to be sure that we don't create the problems that you're indicating, but that we also address the need. And I think the need is very large. So I hope that the conversation continue, but I certainly want to applaud the author for bringing this forward. Thank you.
Senator Runner, and then Senator Vidak.
Well, thank you, young man, for sharing your story, and all the parents out there and grandparents and students who testified and supported the bill. I see this as very important, like Senator Pan, that we have to get the kids early, and the teachers need to know how to identify that early. So I don't see it as leaning on the psychologist to do this. I see it more teachers trained to identify this issue, and for that I support the bill. I move the bill.
Thank you. Senator Vidak?
Yes, I want to say, young man, you did a very, very good job with your presentation. Thank you so much for being here. You did too, sir. Thank you. and I wish that I would have known, but it looks like the folks from my district, Bakersfield, and myself didn't know we were supposed to wear green today, but I support this bill.
Senator Monning.
Well, I too want to thank the author for bringing this forward, and
I'm particularly proud today because I can claim this young man as a constituent of mine from Aptos and others from the district, but it's a statewide issue. And again, I appreciate the dialogue with the opposition, and I think the goal isn't to limit, it's to be expansive, and if it's already part of the work that psychologists are doing, then I don't think this creates an extra burden. It underscores what is perceived as an important need as part of the full scope of evaluation and support. So thank you. I'm glad to support the bill today. And again, thank you for your great testimony.
Senator Hancock?
Yeah, I just wanted to say, too, as the sister of a brilliant brother who was dyslexic and didn't learn to read till high school, and even now gets most of his information auditorily as opposed to reading, I think this is a very prevalent problem, and I think we need to identify it, and we need to get these kids. And I want to thank all the students and the young men who testified. You made a big difference. Keep on with your education.
Thank you. Senator Block?
Yeah, thank you, Madam Chair. Well, I want to thank the SELPA representative who testified in opposition, because it's important, and I will vote for the bill. I think it's a good bill. But it's important that we hear the perspective of the SELPA folks, because they're the professionals who are going to implement whatever comes from this bill. And it's critical the people in the field buy into what this bill is suggesting. So I urge the author to work very closely with the SELPA professionals to make sure that this is not just a bill, but is a response to the problem that we have out there. So thank you for coming and testifying.
Thank you very much. Any other comment, concerns expressed by the committee members? The bill has been moved. Let's call the roll. Oh, I'm sorry. Would you like to close?
No, just respectfully ask your aye vote. I want to thank all the members of the dyslexic community that came up today to support the bill.
Thank you.
Do pass to appropriations. Lou?
Aye.
Lou, aye. Renner?
Aye.
Renner, aye. Block?
Aye.
Block, aye. Hancock?
Aye.
Hancock, aye. Leyva?
Aye.
Leyva, aye. Mendoza?
Aye.
Mendoza, aye. Monning?
Aye.
Monning, aye. Pan?
Aye.
Pan, aye. Vidak?
Aye.
Vidak, aye.
It's
9-0.
9-0.
The bill is out. Congratulations.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you. Oh, no.